Smith out for the year with that broken leg. Right now it's Steven Jackson in at running back on 1st and 10.
Safety coming off the backside. Sean Gibson.
Ryan pump fakes, now looking deep for Julio Jones, incomplete. Threw it just a little bit behind him. Joe Haden on the coverage for the Browns.
Well, a few things happening on this one. You had one-on-one, which is exactly what Matt Ryan saw before the snap, why he checked it. They knew Gibson was coming from the backside, and Cleveland, they told us they wanted to disguise their coverages better. Matt Ryan figured him out. He just didn't make the throw, and that's kind of what it's come down to this year. When they've had opportunities to make the plays up the field, they have not cashed in. They've got to start making those plays.
Ryan rolls out, now fires, end zone for Jones, touchdown! His first touchdown since week 3 against Tampa Bay.
The deep crossing route, Joe Haden in coverage, and Dante Whitner steps up to a shallow cross. Watch Whitner, he's going to move away from it onto Roddy White, and he can't get back in time to cover Julio Jones. Joe Haden trying to keep Julio Jones from getting up the sideline like we saw one play ago. Gives up the deep cross, hoping for some help inside, and there's just too many guys in there for the safety to cover.
CBS, and this quarter begins with 3rd and 9 for the Falcons. Ryan looking deep for Jones, and it is intercepted. Joe Haden, back-to-back weeks with a pick.
Well, during the break, Steve Tasker and I were talking. I said, I think Atlanta's got to run the ball here, even though all the stats say they're going to throw. Cleveland knows they're going to throw. Everybody's expecting them to throw. They're backed up in their own end zone. I think it was a bad decision to try to throw the football here, especially at Joe Haden, who's one of the very, very best cover guys in the NFL. Tremendous play by Joe Haden, 2nd interception on the year.
First time in Matt Ryan's last 90 pass attempts that he has thrown an interception, his 9th of the year.
That was a bad decision, period. Backed up in your own end zone, you cannot make that throw, especially a veteran quarterback like Matt Ryan.
So again,
look at Julio Jones as he comes off, and he runs right into the underneath coverage there as Kirksey's coming out into the flat to cover his area, and Jones whacks right into him. That's one way to take a #1 receiver out.
They'll play the Jets tomorrow night. So following the penalty, 1st down and 18. Ryan looking for a deep shot to Julio Jones, and it's incomplete. Joe Haden stride for stride with Julio Jones.
You know, actually, Andrew, I think Julio Jones had a chance. This is the kind of play I was talking to some people before the game. They've had opportunities up the field. You can see a ball over the top to Julio Jones. Instead of outside, he might have a chance to go get that ball. Matt Ryan's got to get that ball out in front of him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That ball's got to be out into the field. Joe Haden played that perfectly, but Julio Jones, what a great receiver. When he got a step on Haden, you see how he cut him off and ran in front of him. And that's where Ryan's got to see it and put the ball in front, not to the side.
It's 1st and 10 from the 50. Ryan with time over the middle, and he connects with Julio Jones down to the 28, 1st down Falcons.
Great protection again for Matt Ryan. You let these big receivers get up the field uncontested. Joe Haden has been doing a good job contesting Julio Jones most of the day, but right there, free release, big target over the middle, clean pocket for Matt Ryan. That's a recipe for failure for the Cleveland Browns.
Well, Julio Jones leads the NFL in receptions of 20-plus yards, and he's adding to his total. That one went for 21.
Julio just didn't make the play again.
Atlanta needs the 9-yard line for a 1st down. Ryan fires, caught right at the 9-yard line. Julio Jones makes the catch, and it's 1st and goal for the Falcons. Time continues to tick. Now inside 1 minute to go, and the Falcons have called their first timeout. We'll be back after these messages. 9:41 to go, 3rd quarter. Falcons with the ball. They trail by 2. Ryan will start this drive in the air. Looking deep for Julio Jones. Incomplete. Once again, Joe Haden matched up with Julio Jones and had good coverage on that play.
Yeah, you're right, Andrew. This was great coverage by Joe Haden. This time Matt Ryan got the ball out in front of Julio Jones. He can't quite make the catch, but that would have had to have been an absolutely perfect throw.
Yeah, we talked to Joe Haden. He said this is going to be just like back in college Haden, of course, Florida, and Julio Jones at Alabama. He said they went against each other a few times and was looking forward to challenging him again.
Ryan back to the air, fires, end zone, incomplete, flag down. He threw that one into double coverage, and a couple of the Browns are still down on the ground. That's Joe Haden.
Yeah, Sean, Gibson and Haden are both down. They crashed in, converging on that pass.
Holding. Defense, number 23. 5-yard penalty, automatic. Touchdown.
And both Haden and Gibson still down on the ground.
That was a very, very dangerous throw by Matt Ryan. He had Roddy White singled up top. But you see right here, Julio Jones, Joe Haden coming underneath.
Hayden
I don't know where the penalty
he
was.
had one hand, his right hand looked like, that was before that. He grabbed a handful of jersey just for a split second, and the official called it.
Both players still down. We're back after.
We're watching the NFL.
Leonard has taken the spot up to Sean Gibson. Ryan to Julio Jones down to the 6-yard line, and that's good for an Atlanta first down. It's 1st and goal.
Atlanta immediately sees Joe Haden come back into the game. They decide they want to test him. Julio Jones just ran a simple hook route. Had a nice clean free release again, and big conversion there.
And you saw there Jim Leonard into the game for Tashawn Gibson.
Looking deep for Julio Jones, matched up with Haden, incomplete. That's been a great battle today between those two Pro Bowlers.
And this, I like what Matt Ryan does here. He gives it a jump ball opportunity to the big wide receiver on the outside. Julio Jones goes up and almost comes down with that ball. That's one, if you take another step, maybe he can go up and get that football. Good effort. Great coverage again by Joe Haden.
It's just so fun to see two guys who are really among the elite guys at their position go one-on-one.
Just compete.
Yeah, that's why this is a great game.